Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey, I caught up with the UCLA head coach before the game. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Huskers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Running inside. It's Knight. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
With the catch, it's Grohl. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Iamaleava. Makes a catch. Turning it on. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Catch in the middle, it's Knight. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
It'll be 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Yeah, and a nice job understanding. They're trying to run a screen. They're trying to throw that over your head. They let you run up the field. You're not going to be able to get the sack, get your hands in the air, try to affect the quarterback, and a nice job getting my hands in the air and deflecting the football.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bringing the heat. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one. but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quick completion to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Pressure coming. Breaks loose. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Makes the grab. It's Matthews. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Iamaleava. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Snagged out of the air. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DB.
Lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Barney. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback will keep it. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Snags it, and there's running room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Trying to run, it's Ives. Could be an alley. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Nebraska!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Here we go. Go.
They'll give it to him again. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Finds his man. It's Knight. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The Bruins will try to convert on 4th down. The offense changing the play. He'll take it himself. He's not going to get there. He needed 2 yards, but he just got 1, and the defense comes up with a stop.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. Inside the 35. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Husker! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Coming out with it, it's Morgan. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Knight. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. throw. They've got the screen set up. Moving past the 25. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Here we go. Ready. Flag 18. Flag 18.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sends it back in motion. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Throwing, Iamaleava. Got his man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Iamaleava. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Iamaleava. This one's complete, and he'll be brought down. The Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava got his man. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down. Clock has stopped, timeout has been called by UCLA, it's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. With the catch, it's Grove. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Man, that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Caught in the backfield. It's Knight. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback making checks. Third down in the gun, Iamaleava. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Never a doubt. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 5 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And it moves their mark to 8-1 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Starting this third quarter on the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barney. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. Looking to scramble. Finds his man. It's Matthews.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Rushes on him. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Trying to get away. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Holds and fires complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Right corner's deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Drag down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Fires one high and deep. He's got it on the outside. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hauls it in down the sideline. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
And the Huskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Nebraska! And the punishment has been extended.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Motion from the wideout. Iamaleava. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Bruins want to move quickly. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Booster, booster.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Fires quickly. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Ready. One, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Knight. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The Bruins change through the air. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Some room, entered to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. He's got it for the 2-point conversion.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Makes the grab. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's caught. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I'll tell you what, offenses nowadays, the throw game, they feel so comfortable with it, even late in ball games. Don't worry about the clock. They're not worried about that because they know the execution rate is so high. They get the big 4th down here in the 4th quarter.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. On the move. Maybe some room here. Makes it past the marker. Got some room, headed to the goal line. To the house. Touchdown, Huskers! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Throwing, Imaliava. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's caught. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area.
He's going for a big play downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The screen. He's got wheels. Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air. It's Calandria. Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Booster, booster.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, Bruins.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. They're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Morgan. Makes a move. He's got it out. Can they catch him? A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, Don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Iamale Ava to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Bruins! Right on the money, makes the grab in the end zone.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Nebraska.
One more play to pad the stats. The corners are walked up tight. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Going for it all. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese.